Below those ethereal volcanic peaks, a vivid aqua lagoon that is home to a surprisingly diverse range of corals and fish. A dive here is a real must-do. Lord Howe Island has the world's southernmost coral reef, and even so it may be one of the world's last coral reefs, and that's because global warming in the corals further north of here are slowly killing off those coral reefs. The reef here, in fact, is 1,000 kilometres south of the Great Barrier Reef, and even so it has 83 separate hard corals. Taking us below the waters of Lord Howe will be dive master Lauren Gatherer. Lauren, tell me about the reef around Lord Howe Island. Tell us about swimming the marine life here.
We have quite a unique mix of marine life on the island, and that's basically due to we get the Great Eastern Current coming down, so you get the warmer current coming down from up north, and that's bringing down the tropical species and mixing with our temperate. So that's why we have such a diverse range of marine life. We've got close to 90 species of coral around the island, very healthy, bright and colourful, and a great mix of both hard and soft corals.
Turtles are always a real treat, and here's a green turtle.
They are. We have plenty of green turtles around the island. They're not always shy, they'll often come up quite inquisitive and have a look.
Other attractions down under today include the Spanish dancer and a huge school of catfish. Now, these particular catfish would appear to love hanging around below the Lord Howe jetty.
Yes, they're generally found in shallower water. They get together as a defence mechanism. They protect each other and their young in there. They're quite cute fish, but you always got to watch out for their bars, they are dangerous. Well, it looks quite amazing with the stripes on them, sort of moving around in circles together and mixing in with each other.
Descending now on a beautiful lionfish, the zebra lionfish.
Zebra lionfish.
Which puts on a magnificent display.
It sure does when it's a little bit agitated. Fins are going out and the ends of those fins are poisonous, so we do have to be careful of them.
And look at that, basking on the sand right in front of us. A huge ray. Now this is a bull ray.
A bull ray, that's right. We do find quite a few of them around the island.
But very graceful to watch the ray swim and magnificent to swim alongside it.
They're beautiful when they're swimming through the water. At times we've seen 5 or 6 of them swimming at once, and they're just amazing to watch.
And we're being greeted by some huge fish here. Fish as big as us.
Yes, the kingfish. We've got massive schools of kingfish at the shore at Ned's Beach, as well as silver drummer and a future valley. They've been there for years.
Coming in now to Ned's Beach, and we're greeted by what appear to be some friendly sharks.
Yes, Galapagos whalers. They are found around the island, also in shallow water. So off the beach at Ned's Beach, where we've seen them, there are about 3 or 4, and they do get up to about 2 or 3 metres long. They'll look for smaller fish to eat. They're not very interested in us.
One final spectacle, just an hour's boat ride south of Lord Howe, the pinnacle of rock known as Ball's Pyramid. It rises sharply to a height of more than half a kilometre, making it the tallest eroded remnant of an island in the world. Right now we're travelling west, way west to the Western Australian capital, Perth, and a nearby island, Rottnest Island, which is home to a rare marsupial, the quokka. Checking all that out, the 2 Tims.
Tell me how true is what I said about you.
Here we are, one of the most isolated cities in the entire world. Believe it or not, this is the capital of Australia's largest state, Western Australia. But where is everyone? There they are.
Everyone thinks she knows what she's doing down. That she's in a habit of telling the truth.
Even though Perth is considered to be the most isolated city in the entire world, 80% of all Western Australians live in or around Perth, and it is the fastest growing city in the whole of Australia.
An exterior of youth. Where were you when I needed you to stay?
And there is no shortage of breathtaking scenery either. Right now, we are at the beautiful Kings Park overlooking the Swan River, which meanders its way all the way from here in the city right down to Fremantle.
That is
Fremantle, or Freo as the locals like to call it, which was once a landing point and brutal detention centre for convicts, is now a thriving city 20 kilometres outside of Perth, which attracts over 700,000 visitors every single year.
These things from your point of view, I see.
While you could spend all your time cruising around the shops and sipping lattes on Cappuccino Strip, you really should take a step back in time and see what Freo is all about.
Fremantle's rich maritime history can be seen on full display at attractions such as the Fremantle Jail.
'Cause if I was wrong, don't let it take too long. 'Cause you see now I am falling.
But once you manage to escape from the Fremantle Jail, the most logical place to go would have to be the Perth Mint.
But one of the best things about going to the Perth Mint on Hay Street is that even if you don't have much money, you can still touch pure gold. This one's going nowhere.
I don't know, no, yeah.
Well, when you run out of money in Perth, a good place to go is the Perth Mint. They've got a big storage of it. Let's go.
But Perth's beauty isn't confined just to the mainland. Some of its hidden treasures lie on its offshore islands.
After half an hour's ferry ride, we have arrived here on Rottnest Island, one of the most beautiful and unique islands in Australia.
One of the coolest things about Rottnest is that there are no private cars on the island, which means that the primary mode of transport for just about everyone is on one of these. After riding around in the hot sun all day, nothing looks more inviting than a dip in one of the many turquoise-coloured bays you'll find along the way. One of the unique species of fauna on the island can be seen sheltering right by the side of the road. This right here is a quokka. It's a tiny relative of the kangaroo, and because it's been so isolated, it doesn't know what a predator is. Look how tame it is.
Rottnest Island blocks all the swell to Perth, so local surfers come out here to get some of the very best. I'm gonna go get some for myself.
Back on dry land, we check out the other creatures of Rottnest Island. And as the sun sets and the temperatures cool, the quokkas emerge onto the beach for an evening feed, a fitting finale to our West Australian adventure.